Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. Awesome parent, good day. Trust you're doing fine. I'm so delighted to have you today, and I welcome you all to this Purposeful Parenting webinar. I am Sulia Tayobami Oladipo. I'm a parent coach, I'm an educator, I'm a parent like you, and I'm the founder of Those Parenting Hub. This is a parenting outfit that is dedicated to equipping parents and intending parents with the skills and strategies needed to raise a wholesome child in the 21st century. I am so passionate about the heart of purposeful parenting. And with my years of experience as a parent coach and educator, my mission is to empower families to thrive and build meaningful connections with their children. And in my journey, I have witnessed the transformative power of intentional parenting. And I believe that every parent has the potential to create a nurturing, a supportive, and loving environment for their children through insightful guidance, through evidence based practices, and a deep understanding of child development. And I'm here today to help you navigate the challenges and the joys of parenthood. So I want you to join me on this purposeful parenting journey. We are going to look at the essential skills and strategies to raise amazing children. I know we all want to raise amazing children. And together we will all build strong family bonds and create lasting memories. So welcome once again to the world of purposeful parenting. So before we dive in, I want you to get your writing materials ready in case you do not have it yet. Get your writing, your notepad, get your pen, and I want you to do away with any form of distraction. Try as much as possible to soak in all we are going to be looking at today. And if you have any question, just note it down or you put it in the comment section. After this session, we are going to have a segment for that and I will answer your question. All right. So before I dive in, I would like to appreciate the management of Greenbridge School for inviting me. I appreciate it so much. Jazakumullah khairan. So I want to give us few seconds to get our writing materials. Let me know if you have gotten it. Give me a thumbs up in the comment section. Okay? Thumbs up. I believe by now everybody should have gotten their writing materials ready. Okay, so let's look at the brief overview of what we are going to look at in this webinar. All right, so during our time together, we're going to look at different insights and strategies that will empower you as a parent. We're going to look at effective parenting techniques. We're going to look at different pitfalls that parents often fall into. We're going to look at the way by which you can enhance your child's academic performance. Yes, we all want our children to succeed. We want them to do well in their academic pursuits. We're going to look at that. Okay, we're going to look at how you can have amazing partnership with your child's teacher and with the school generally. And by the end of the session, you will not only live with newfound knowledge, but also a renewed sense of confidence and purpose in your parenting journey. I promise you of that. Okay, so let's dive in. Yes. So, what is your role as a parent? No, not just a parent. What is your role as a purposeful parent? Yes, what is your role? As Muslim parents, we have a unique compass that is guiding us in our journey. Yes, in fact, in all areas of our lives, the Quran and the Book of Hadith are there to guide us. So, parenting is a profound journey, and to excel in this role, we must understand and embrace our major responsibilities. And even though there are lots of responsibilities, that we need to fulfill, parenting experts agree that while there are many facets to effective parenting, there are two major roles that we need to do, two major things that we need to do. And you know what? Every other thing is encapsulated in this particular thing. All right. So, like I said earlier on, I said as Muslim, we already have a compass that is guiding us, and all our discussion today will be tied to that compass that we have. I'll be giving you examples, exhortations from the Holy Quran to back up whatever I'm going to be telling you, because I do tell people Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu the best of creation, is one of the amazing intentional parents, that ever lived on this earth. He was amazing to children. He was amazing to his Sahaba. It was amazing to children. It was amazing to animals. He was an all-round amazing person. Okay, so Like I said, as Muslim parents, our role extends far beyond providing the basic needs for our children. It goes beyond providing food, providing shelter. I mean, that's basic needs that children have. Even we adults, we have that need. But you know what? Our role is much more than that. Okay, it encompasses nurturing our children's soul. It involves providing the structure needed for them to flourish. So I want you to know that there are two major roles, like I said, and they are nurturing role and the structural role. Nurturing role and the structural role. If you are able to do this amazingly, then you are good to go. I tell you that if you are able to nurture your children as you should, if you are able to provide adequate structure for them, then you are good to go. You're on your journey to become a purposeful parent. So when I say nurturing role, what do I mean by that? What are the things that you need to do to actually nurture your children? Okay, in the Quran, Allah tells us in Surah 2 Furqan, He said, and those who say, Our Lord, grant us from among our wives and offspring, comfort our eyes, and make us an example of the righteous. This particular verse, it illustrates the importance of nurturing hearts filled with love, understanding, and respect for others, regardless of their background. So, as parents, as Muslim parents, we are entrusted with the sacred task of nurturing our children's hearts. And this goes beyond providing for their physical needs, like I said before. It involves instilling the right values in them. It involves, encouraging, instilling the right values, giving them the right skills. Okay, values like truthfulness, like compassion, empathy, value, lots and lots of amazing values like that. So I want you to imagine a world where our children grow up understanding the beauty in everybody's in individual differences. They are able to foster harmony in their environment. They are able to relate with people with compassion, with kindness. They are truthful. Won't this world be much more better than what we have now? It will be. And what will make it be is our collective responsibility. Either I'm talking to you today, you that you're listening to me today. If we do our parts, our environment, the world will be much more better. May Allah make it easy for us. Okay, so our role is, I already told you is much more. So, what are the things you need to do? The first thing you need to do to actually nurture your children is to show them love and compassion. Yes, we are entrusted with nurturing our children with love, with compassion. We need to make our homes places of emotional security and warmth. Your home should not be a place that your children are scared to come back from school. It should not be a place that they are scared. They are already fidgety. They are already, so scared to enter. Your home should not be a place where when your children hear your footstep or they hear the siren or the horning of your car, they quickly run to their room to go and pretend like they are sleeping. Your home should be a loving home. It should not be where everybody is bickering at each other. So Prophet Muhammad, he exemplified this with his kindness and gentleness towards children. You see, when people castigate parent coaches, especially peaceful parenting coaches like me, people say stuff like, "Oh, those people, they bring foreign ideologies to our country. It's not part of our culture. What we do, what we were told is to, no, don't be too soft with your children. You need to set them straight. You need to punish them and all that." But you know that the prophet was so kind to children. He was very, very kind to them. There are different narrations, that shows us this. There are different narrations whereby the prophet was leading Salah and a child was climbing on his back and he had to delay sujood till the child stood up herself. Can you see that? If it is us today, I know we'll probably give that child a bara, or we shout at the child or fling the child away. And there is this particular boy that lived with the prophet, Anas bin Malik, the son of Sulaim. This said throughout the years that he spent with the prophet, he never flogged him. He never yelled at him. So you see, you have to be compassionate to your children. Another thing you need to do to nurture your children is to build their future. Build their future. I want you to think of your child's future as a building, and as a magnificent building. And each day you lay a brick of knowledge, a beam of love, and a pillar of faith. This structure will define their character, it will shape their choices, and it will influence their impact on the world. So parenting is like being the architect of this structure. I want you to imagine, like I don't ask my clients, my audience this question. Look at the future. Who do you want your child to be? Your child that you're raising now. Imagine that this is 20 years into the future, or 15 years into the future, or 25 years into the future, depending on the age of your child. Who do you want? What are the traits? What are the characters? I want you to give me that in the comment section. I'm asking you that question. I'm putting it to you. What are those characters? What are those traits that you want your child to exemplify as an adult? Most of the time, I hear parents say, I want them to be kind. I want them to be amazing. I want them to be relatable. I want them to have emotion control. I want them to be Hafiz. I want them to be an Halim. I want them to be this and that. And I don't tell them what you're currently doing. Are you actually laying that block for who you want your adult child to be? Are you? Tell me in the comment section. Are you really doing that? If you're really doing that, amazing. Kudos to you. Barakallahu fikum. May Allah make it easy for you. But if you think that you have not really been doing what you should be doing, then this is a wake-up call for you to do that. That's one of the things you need to do to nurture your children. You need to do what? You need to, think of those things. What are the things I want my children to have? What are the qualities I want them to have as an adult? And start laying that brick today. You are like the architect of the structure, this person that you want your child to become as an adult. You chose the materials. And do you know what the materials are? Are they cement? Are they sand? Of course, no. The materials are values. Values. What are your family values? Some of us do not know what our family values are. That is why you will hear parents say, "Do the child of who you are." Your child is going to an institution or going to somewhere, and you're saying no. And the child is like, "What? The child of who I am? Who am I?" Okay, so we need to have a well-defined family value and live by it so that your children know what your family values are. Okay, and you want to ensure a strong foundation, not just educational foundation, religious foundation. The foundation has to be strong, and you have to construct it. All those brick that you are constructing, on your way to construct it, don't forget to construct it with love and with wisdom. Children need to be loved. They need to feel loved. So the result of all those blocks that you're building is a future where your child stand tall, where they stand tall, where they are confident, they are capable of facing life challenges with grace. I know we all want a child like this, so it starts from now. Another thing you need to do under your nurturing role is to be a good example. I do tell my audience, I do tell my client that you know what? Children are do as I do experts. If you want your child to have a particular trait, or you want your child to start doing something, start doing it. Children will do more of what they see you do, more than what you tell them to do. Yes, what they see you do is much more effective than what you're telling them to do. So if you're a parent, you're telling your child to do this and you're doing the opposite. You tell your child, oh, it's not good to lie. A Muslim child does not lie. A Muslim child does not speak curse words to people. A Muslim child does not curse. And somebody comes to visit you and they say, oh, hello, Hamad. Where is your mommy? Or where is your daddy? And because you don't want to see the visitor, you say, go and tell them that daddy is sleeping. Or go and tell them daddy is not around. And your child say, oh, daddy is not around. Daddy has went out. Do you know what you just did? You just taught your child how to lie. So later on when the child tells them, you say, oh, I don't lie in my house. You're a liar too. So please, we need to be very, very careful. Prophet Muhammad said, the best among you are those who are best to their families. Yes, so our children learn more from our actions than our words. So I want us to all lead by example in our conduct, kindness, and devotion to our faith. If you are the one that, you neglect your solar, you neglect act of charity, you're not kind to your subordinate, you're not kind to people that work for you, your domestic staff, you talk to people anyhow, your children are going to pick that trait from you and are going to do the same thing. Okay, if you're fond of treating people shabbily, they're going to emulate you. So you have to lead, by example. But when you demonstrate honesty, when you demonstrate kindness, patience, you provide a living template for your children to follow. And your actions do what? It speaks louder than any lecture. Your actions speak louder than any lecture. So I want you to remember that children often imitate what they see. So I want you to strive. I know it's not easy, but we can do it. It's very, very doable. Strive to embody the qualities that you wish to see in your child. Another role that you need to play as a nurturing parent is Islamic education. I believe that we all here, this is a Muslim school, so we are parents, we are Muslim parents. So Islamic education is very important. Luckily enough, this is a Muslim school, and I know that they are going to help you with that. But don't leave everything for them. Please don't do that. You have much more to do, much more role to play. Nurture your child's faith. Nurturing it, in fact, is a significant responsibility. So we need to provide our children with an understanding of Islam. We need to teach them the fundamentals of our faith. We need to teach them morality, and we need to show them the beauty of this religion, especially in this world where there are different narratives about Muslims, about the religion. We need to teach them from our home. Get them Islamic books, read it to them, have therapy session with them. It could be weekly, it could be daily. When I was growing up, we used to have therapy session every day. Every day, our parents will read we have different books of hadith in our home. So we read it, and when we can read by ourselves, when or I and my siblings, when we could read, we used to rotate it, and our parent will give us a lecture afterwards. It could be about kindness, it could be about relating with your neighbors, it could be about all those things. So please, let's do this. If I understand that we're in a busy world and there are lots of things competing for attention, but please, this is our primary, like this is all those things that we're looking for, all those hustling, it is important, but they are secondary roles. The moment you become a parent, all those things that I'm highlighting for you, they are your primary roles. You need to fulfill them. So you need to create that time. If it is weekly, if it is daily, make sure you're having sessions. See, children cannot survive in a vacuum. So if you're not filling that vacuum with beneficial knowledge, beneficial morals, good values, other things will be doing that. It could be all those lewd musics. It could be reading some books that, if you are not vetting what they are reading. It could be ideology from other people, from other adults, from peers, from colleagues, or from classmates in school. So you have to do this. You have to do this. You have to show them the beauty of this religion. Okay, help them develop deep connection with Allah from a very young age. Please do that. Another thing you need to do is to instill good moral values in your children. We as parents will play a fundamental role in instilling moral and ethical values in our children. And this value, they form the basis of their character, and it will guide their decision making throughout their life. So you need to do this, okay? So in Islam, for example, there is emphasis on honesty. There is emphasis on kindness, humility. So you as a parent, you should actively teach. Not only should you teach, you need to model it. I talked about modeling before. It's one of the important tools in parenting. Modeling. You need to model all this value as you're teaching them during your therapy session, during your reading session, during your conversation session. Make sure you are also modeling so that they are seeing you. Okay, you're seeing what you're doing. Another thing you need to do is to have communication openly. Have open communication with your children. Have regular conversations with your children. Okay, if you can remember, during the time of the prophets, he used to have communications with the Sahaba. He used to seek for their advice. He used to talk to them. And Allah, even in the Quran, in Surah to Al Imran, Allah advises the prophets to pardon and consult his companions on matters. So sometimes when they need to go for battle, or when they need to do a particular thing, he will sit them down and discuss with them. And they will come up with different ideas. Do this with your children as well. Establish open lines of communications with your children. Have family meetings. It's an important avenue. A family meeting is not where you are chastising. No, let them have their voice. Let them contribute to the running of the house. It's really, really go a long way. So this is very important. Have conversations with your children. See, when you do this, you'll be able to understand your child better. Some of us, we do not even know who our children are because we're not relating with them. We are busy looking for what is not lost. So when you have regular conversations with your children, you're able to build trust and you're able to address issues promptly. There are some things that, things are happening with children and parents are not know, they are not saying it. We have seen different issues of child abuse, child molestation, and parents, they do not have any inkling of anything that is happening to their children. But imagine they're having discussions. Imagine your children return from school and you have discussion, you talk about the highs and lows of the day. Oh, you can start the conversation. Aisha, how are you? How was school today? Hope school was amazing. Oh, work was so stressful today. This is from that conversation, they will open up and they will talk to you. You could take a walk, maybe on Saturdays, very early in the morning. You can take a walk with your child or with your children. You discuss and you have fun and they have that connection with you. See, if you have good connection with your children, disciplining them, parenting them become much more easier for you.